All right. So welcome again, everyone. Welcome to your practice. So today we're going to do something a little bit different. Usually we focus on the physical aspect of the practice of Kundalini yoga, but it is also important to sometimes revisit the meditation part. So today's practice will include more meditative elements than usual. So just to refresh our memory about meditation and about the goal of meditation, why do we do this? We practice physical exercises to become strong, become healthy, to stimulate circulation. Why do we do meditation? So the fact is that our mind is addicted to thinking. That's what it does all day, and that's what it's good at. But with time, it gets addicted to this thinking. It doesn't know what to do rather than think. So this causes a lot of unnecessary suffering because the mind starts to identify with the thinking, with what it does too much. It identifies too much with it. And by thinking, what we mean is memorizing, remembering things. So we remember what happened, how it happened. We think logically, we make conclusions, and we imagine things, so imaginations. So this is the thinking, how we call it. And when mind gets addicted to thinking, we get too deep into our thoughts, and we start thinking that we are the thoughts. And when the thoughts are bad, sometimes thoughts need to be negative to see the dangers of the world. When the thoughts are negative, we think that we are negative, we are bad, and that causes unnecessary suffering. So today we will learn to dissociate with from our thoughts. We remember that we are not the thoughts. We will remind ourselves that we are the entity that observes the thoughts, that judges the thoughts, that sorts the thoughts. So this is the basis of meditation. Meditation is just a reminder that the mind and the thoughts are separate, and we are who we are. We are not the thoughts, because someone is observing the thoughts. That entity is us. So one simple rule is the mind will follow the breath, and the breath will follow the body. So this is what we usually do in our classes. We stimulate the body, the breath follows, and then the mind is stilled automatically. So today we will do practically the same thing, but we will focus more on meditation. We will focus more on stilling the mind, not stealing, but stilling, from the word still. We're going to be still. So one thing is that if we don't feel comfortable in our body, there's no meditation. We will always be thinking about the discomfort in our body. So when we sit for meditation, it's important to sit comfortable without any pain. And the basis of this is the spine needs to be straight and perpendicular to the ground. Can you go on the side? When the mind is perpendicular, when it's vertical, there's minimal requirement for work. We don't need to work. The gravity and structure of the spine will take care of itself. But if we are like this, if we are not straight, if we are hunching over, then the muscles need to work a lot to keep us vertical from not falling down. If we are vertical, the vertebrae are stacked on top of each other, and it's like a tower, and it's a minimal adjustment required, and we can be we shouldn't feel any pain. So another thing is that for most of the time, ideally, our hips and our knees when we sit are on the same level on the floor. That's what ideally should happen. But for most people, the knees, when we sit in cross-leg position, the knees are higher. This is normal for when you start, and actually when you even more advanced, this is normal. So what we need to do in order to be comfortable and successful in meditation, we need to make sure that our hips are higher than our knees. For this, you can use any cushion or any rolled blanket. This is just a regular blanket. We roll it or stack it to create like a cushion, and we put it under our buttocks, and look, the hips are higher than the knees. So comfortable, and it's easier to have the spine straight. When we're comfortable, meditation will become easy. So today we will have few periods in our practice when we will be in a meditation for a few minutes. And in meditation, as I said, we are reminding ourselves that we are not the thoughts. So there is a little sequence that we can do when we realize that we engaged in our thoughts a little bit too much. We will sit, it's going to be very quiet, and we will realize, oh, we're thinking. We are either remembering things, or we are making some conclusions, or we are imagining things, good or bad. So when we realize this, so we shouldn't be there, we shouldn't be engaging with the thoughts, we shouldn't be, because they're going to be tasty, we will feel like, oh, why am I just sitting? It's boring, I want to catch on some thought. So when we realize that we're doing this, the mind is very tricky. It will mask it. It will slowly slip into thinking. There are three things that we will do. Four things. First, we will acknowledge. It needs to be a conscious kind of mini thought that, okay, I am in the thought, so I acknowledge it. Okay, I was trapped. Then we take this thought that we were engaged with, whether it's what do I do tomorrow, what did I do yesterday, we let it go. We realize I don't need it for now, at least for this period of meditation. I don't need it. And since we are out of meditation already, we're kind of in our mind again, we take this opportunity to perfect our posture. So as we were sitting, we might have slipped and our back might have hunched a little bit, our shoulders maybe went up. So we take this opportunity to perfect the posture again, and then focus on the breath. That's the fourth step. We perfect the posture, and we think about, we observe our breath. This is not a thought. Observing the breath is not a thought. So this will be our tool to get into this meditative state. So again, 4 steps: acknowledge, let go, perfect the posture, adjust yourself, and then observe your breath. And then after a few minutes, we will go again into meditation, and probably again we will slip. But then again, these are the steps to get back. And one little trick to get deeper in the meditation is imagine that someone is taking a video of you, like a hyperlapse. Hyperlapse is when few minutes of video is collapsed in few seconds. So it's a very sped up video. So if someone took a video of you when you are meditating, they would not see any movement. You're like a statue. But if you're always scratching yourself, if you're moving, if you are distracted, we would see this in a hyperlapse video. So imagine that someone is taking a hyperlapse video of you, and that they don't see any movement. You are like a statue. It's a nice game to play when we are meditating. So with this, let's start. We sit cross-legged. We open with a mantra, Ong Namo Gurudev Namo. Let's rub the palms together. Palms together in the middle of the chest. Few breaths. Now inhale, and we chant the mantra. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Inhale. Hold the breath. And exhale. Relax the hands. First, we will stimulate the circulation. We will stimulate our body. This will actually help us get into meditation. Usually, it's very hard to get into meditation without any warm-ups, just like this. So we will do some exercises to get into this state. So for the first warm-up, we will lay on the back. Hands are parallel to the body, palms down. And very simply on the inhale, we lift one leg up to 90 degrees. Exhale, we lower it. Inhale, lift the other leg, and then lower it. And we alternate like this. Inhale up, exhale down. Deep breaths, just for a couple of minutes to get the blood going. And let's go. Keep the knees unbent. The leg is completely straight. And relax. We continue on the back. And now we will bend the knees and bring them to the chest. And on the exhale, we will extend one knee parallel to the ground, then bring it back. And we alternate again. So on the exhales, we jab the leg forward, parallel to the ground without touching the ground. So they're floating like this. So we are piercing forward with our legs, with our foot. And again for 2 minutes. Let's go. Now inhale, knees to the chest, and then plant the feet next to the buttocks. So that's what we get. As close as possible to the buttocks. Feet are very nicely planted. And on the inhale, we push the hips up. The shoulders stay on the ground and the feet stay on the ground. And we try to arch up, making a little bridge. On the inhale, we go up as high as possible. Exhale, we just lower. And for 2 minutes, we go like this. Let's go. Make sure that your knees do not float away from each other so that your legs are parallel. Your thighs are parallel, your shins are parallel to each other. Inhale, lift the hips up, hold them there. And exhale, relax and release. Next exercise, again on the back. It's the last warm-up exercise before we go into our sequence. And it's going to be a stretch pose. If you're familiar with it, great. If you're not, here's how to do it. Legs are together, feet are together, and they're pointed. They're together and they're pointed forward. The hands are also parallel and they're lifted off the ground. They're parallel to the ground, parallel to each other. We lift the shoulders, but the lower part of the shoulder blades are still on the ground. And we do breath of fire in this low arch position. If it's too much, we bend one of the knees to the chest, and then we change to equalize left and right. And we look at our big toes. So the head is lifted just enough to see the toes of our feet. And we're here for 2 minutes doing our best. And let's go. Breath of fire is through the nose. Rhythmic exhalations. Last 30 seconds. Inhale. And exhale, relax on the back. On the next inhale, hands together over the head, stretch in one line. Exhale, knees to the chest. Start rolling back and forth, back and forth. And sit in cross-leg position. And we start our meditation sequence. So again, make sure that you are comfortable so that your knees, ideally knees and hips are on the same level, or your hips are higher. Don't hesitate to put something underneath. Sitting here, we will alternate between active meditation and passive meditation. So first, the active part, we interlace the fingers in the Venus lock. Venus lock is interlacing the fingers, but for men, the right thumb is on top. For women, the left thumb is on top. So it's different kinds of interlacing. And we take this lock and we put it over the head, right over the top of the head, elbows to the side, and we try to pull the lock to the side. So it's a very active, it looks passive, but it's very active posture. So your whole upper torso is working. You're trying to rip it apart, the lock over your head. So it's very active. So we're pushing the energy up. Can you go to the side? So very important is to be flat. If someone looks at you from the side, you're flat, as if you're in between two walls, because there's a tendency to pull elbows forward and maybe even hunch. No, this posture is very active, very straight, very flat. If you look from the side, like this. Eyes are closed, and we focus right here between the eyebrows. Also important, do not let your eyes run around. Even though our eyelids are closed, if we are moving our eyes, very hard to focus. So eyes are focused between the eyebrows, long deep breathing, and we try to rip this lock apart. Shoulders are relaxed. Do not let them creep up. Stay active. Keep pulling. Inhale, hold the breath, and exhale, relax the hands. Here we disconnect the hands and we make Gyan Mudra with our fingers. The thumb and the index are connected in one circle, and the other three fingers are straight. On both hands we do this, and we place this configuration on the knees. This is our basic meditation posture. We close our eyes and we start our meditation, first section, for 5 minutes. Observe our breath and try not to engage with your thoughts for just 5 minutes. Now inhale, hold the breath, and exhale. So this was our first round. We notice what went wrong, what went right. And I remind you that it's fine to slip sometimes, as long as we get back to track, back on track. Next exercise is very similar to the previous one. So we interlace the hands again in Venus lock. For men, right thumb over, for women, left thumb over. But now we make our thumbs parallel. So we first interlock, then we make our thumbs parallel. And again, we place this lock over the head so that the thumbs are pointing backward. And again, we try to tear the lock apart and point the thumbs backward very strongly. We stay here for a couple of minutes, raising the energy, preparing for the meditation. Keep the spine straight, chest forward, and the shoulders relaxed. Elbows are to the sides, flat. Keep pulling. We're almost done with this exercise. There should be a lot of energy in our shoulders, in our arms at this point. Inhale. And we go straight into our meditation without even opening our eyes. Fingers are in Gyan Mudra on the knees. The eyes are focused between the eyebrows. Spine is straight, shoulders are relaxed. And we disengage. Observe the breath for as long as you can. And imagine that you're a statue. No movement. The body will start to itch everywhere. All kinds of discomfort will start to appear. we try to detach from them. Inhale, hold the breath, Mula Bandh. And exhale. Next exercise, we interlace the fingers again in the Venus lock, but this time, keeping the thumbs interlaced, we extend the index fingers, so it becomes like a pistol, and we place this lock over the head so that the index fingers are pointing up like antennas. And again, same thing, we try to tear it apart to the sides. Elbows are pulling to the sides. We are working the energy up for 2.5 minutes. Shoulders are down. Do not let them creep up. Chest forward, spine is straight. And keep pulling, keep pulling. It's very easy to fake this exercise by not pulling. From a side it will look the same, but we will feel the difference. It needs to be active. We're almost done with this type of exercise, so keep pulling. Inhale and exhale, relax. Now, instead of going into meditation, we will place our hands to 60 degrees to the sides like this. We're raising them, making a funnel, like a triangle that leads to our head. And we spread our fingers as much as possible. Palms are facing forward. And staying here in this posture, we do breath of fire through the nose. Every time we exhale, the belly contracts and the air is pushed out. And we stay here for 3.5 minutes. This is our last push. Let's go. Keep up, almost done. Inhale and relax the hands and return normal breathing through the nose. And we go into our final mini meditation before our relaxation. So again, hands in Gyan Mudra, on the knees, spine is straight, chest forward, shoulders down, very comfortable position. Eyes are closed, focused on the third eye between the eyebrows. And we observe the breath. Inhale, hold the breath, last time today, and exhale. And we relax on our back for a few moments. As per our tradition, we stimulated our nervous system, we relaxed it, and now we relax ourselves. and we'll meet in a few minutes. On the next inhale, we come back to the body. Legs together, hands together over the head. Inhale. And exhale, knees to the chest. And we start rolling again, back and forth, back and forth. And we sit in cross-legged. Great job, everyone. We did about 15 minutes of meditation, all combined in this exercise, in this Kriya, which is a nice amount. So now we close our practice with the mantra Sat Nam. We repeat it 3 times as usual. Let's rub the palms together in the middle of the chest. Inhale. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Thank you for your focus today. Thank you for your participation. Sat Nam.